What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and I know that I normally make my videos with a face in them, my face in particular, so that we can kind of have that one-on-one conversation experience, but today I really wanted the gameplay of the Black Ops 3, what is now the open beta, on the PlayStation 4 to have the limelight of this video to really shine, and so that you guys could get a full gist of what the game was actually about. So I've been playing this beta for probably about 5 hours now, and I kind of got a good idea of how the beta is actually going to go, and how the multiplayer aspect of the game itself is going to be whenever it hits later this November. So I wanted to go ahead and break down each part of the game, what I thought about each little aspect of this beta, so that you guys could really see my full opinion on what I am experiencing here. So to start off, the personalization. There is actually a gunsmith section of the multiplayer that is not unlocked and won't be unlocked until there is either a second surprise beta, which I wouldn't actually be shocked to see, or the full game is released later this November. But there is a paint shop section of the customization for your weapons, and you can kind of use a style of an emblem editor to really put a different kind of spin on your weapon that no one else would really have, unless you copied it from someone else, obviously. But there are patterns you can use, there are different gradients that you can apply to these patterns, there are different little emblem kind of things that you can stamp on the side of your gun. I know that Ali, one of the biggest Call of Duty YouTubers, actually made his own logo on the side of his gun. Although it didn't look that great, it was still pretty cool to be able to do that. So the personalization for guns has definitely gotten a huge overhaul, and I have to admit that the user interface for this experience is really spot on. Good job for the guys over at Treyarch. But moving on to the attachments of weapons, they are relatively the same, except for the high caliber attachment for assault rifles, and this actually increases the damage and the accuracy of your weapon, which I think is pretty awesome. If you have an assault rifle that has a good fire rate, if it has a good range on it, but unfortunately it's lacking in damage or accuracy, you can throw on this attachment, remedy that real quick, and go right back out onto the battlefield and start getting some more kills in a better, more efficient way. And I think that this attachment is something that Call of Duty is really going to be able to kind of use to its advantage to kind of bring new players into the game, because it is going to make getting kills easier, and it might actually be a little bit overpowered. Unfortunately, it's not for submachine guns, or some people might actually say fortunately, because that would make almost every submachine gun overpowered. So it's good that they actually took that into account and kind of balanced out the game in that way. The assault rifle class for weapons is the only one that has this high caliber attachment. So if you want to try that out, you're just going to have to play the assault rifles really hard, get it up to level 8, I believe, somewhere around there, and then you can test out this particular attachment. As far as perks go, they are relatively the same, except for those that have to do with the specialists that are new to Black Ops 3. And these specialists are kind of 9 characters that each have 2 power-ups that give some kind of usable in-game weapon or a tactical advantage over the enemy, and it actually works really well. Kind of think of it as a random in-game drop that gives you some kind of advantage for a short period of time that goes away after a while. My personal favorite is the Sparrow, which is the bow and arrow. I'm sure you've seen it in some gameplay if you have been interested in Black Ops 3 for a while, but if not, you should see me use it around this game. If not, it's just kind of a bow and arrow. Think of the explosive crossbow from Black Ops 1 and I suppose Black Ops 2 as well, but of course it doesn't have that tri-bolt. It's just one bolt, and it actually works pretty well. It's very accurate. There is no lag in this game, so that means that this Sparrow actually can really shine, and I think that the specialists are definitely going to be a great advantage to Black Ops 3, and a kind of twist on gameplay that's gotten stale over the years. As far as gameplay goes, this feels just like Black Ops 1, and I can't emphasize that enough. I found myself just snapping right back into the groove of my 2010 game whenever I was playing Black Ops 1 on the PlayStation 3 and absolutely dominating. But wall runs, these are kind of new to the Black Ops sub-franchise, and it's something that actually works really well and kind of shocked me, to be quite honest. They are copied directly from Titanfall, make no mistake. They feel just like the wall runs from Titanfall, but that is definitely not a bad thing, just because of how fluid they are and how much it adds to the game, because it creates other engagement points that normally wouldn't even exist had these wall runs not been added to the game. For instance, there are running routes that are the classic Call of Duty experience that we all know and love from back in the Modern Warfare 2 days and back in the Black Ops 1 days. And then there are these wall run routes that kind of add new engagement points so the enemies and friendlies can fight in multiple places on the map, and no one is really bum rushing the middle of the map to really try and get those kills, kind of like a giant paintball match. No one really likes that anymore. It's gotten quite stale. fail, and so these wall runs kind of add a new tactical aspect to the game in general. Overall, there is only one complaint that I have with this beta, and that is that if you have a Tempest, which is the electricity gun, I suppose is the best way to put it, or if you have your Sparrow, which is the crossbow that I was talking about earlier, and you have activated it and you haven't even gotten a kill with it, and you actually get killed, it goes away. It gets reset. There is no way to get that back, and I really think that Treyarch needs to think about putting the death machine functionality back into this game, where if you haven't gotten a kill or you've just activated that streak or perk or ability, I suppose is the best way to put it, it comes back after you've died once. You know, you get one more, okay, you didn't get a kill with it, here is another shot, and I think that that would make this beta perfect. But overall, I am extremely satisfied with the game. I really can't say that I have that many complaints, and I think that this is going to be a pretty good year for Call of Duty. Will I buy it on day one? Probably not, because I'm still not 100% confident in it, and I know that more and more games are coming out this fall that I'm really going to be more interested in than getting that Call of Duty experience, because at the heart of it all, it still is Call of Duty, and that's also a detriment as well as a perk, because I'm kind of tired of Call of Duty, but at the same time, those that are really into Call of Duty, that love the classic experience, are going to feel right at home with Black Ops 3. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what you think about the beta, what you thought about this gameplay. I know it wasn't the best gameplay, but I thought that I did pretty well and ended off on a pretty good note. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to check out some of my other videos where I talk about gaming in general, and leave a like on those, subscribe if you enjoy that content, and as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.